Good morning, team. I'm glad you could make it in here today. Appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to come to this meeting. I'm just going to hop right into it. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Obviously, we all have things on our plate. But the topic I want to talk about, and as I mentioned in the invite, was we have noticed a chain of small errors in our Revit standards when we turn in our drawings. It isn't the end of the world, just something to keep in mind and work toward being better at. Obviously, things happen, things get overlooked, but we always want to strive to be better. These standards are incredibly important to how this firm looks, how our work looks, and we just make sure to take pride in your work. We want to give the best product we can. It leads to more efficiencies later on down the line if the contractors can easily read it and they have all the information they need and it's correct. That is less back and forth between us and the contractor when we really need to get rolling on these projects. A couple items that have been popping up was please double check the information on the title blocks before you print. Things such as dates, how the dates are formatted, and labels. We have run into some issues where dates have not been updated. They've been in the wrong format. Obviously we use day, period, month, period, year. So keep rolling with that. We don't do dashes. We don't do month, day, year. We do day, month, year. And then obviously with labels, make sure that the phase is set correctly. Make sure it's designed 50% design development, 100% CDs, whatever the project is at, make sure that is right. We've had some issues with that, and we just want to nip that one in the bud in particular. Second would be dimensioning standards. Obviously, dimension anything and everything. And when you dimension your windows, make sure that it is to middle of the window assemblies. That's how they're going to place the window. They can figure it out. But that is the office standard. Dimension from the walls to the middle of the window assembly. Secondly, when you are dimensioning your walls, be consistent. We always want to go to the face of the stud. That is the easiest way that the contractor can know where to put these walls when they're going through and planning these. Make sure it's to the stud and make sure it's consistent throughout the project. So if you start on one side and you work your way through, it needs to be on the same side of the stud throughout the building. Finally, be informative in your notes. Provide as much information as possible. You don't have to write essays, but we cannot give room to assume. We just cannot. They are going to go the cheapest route, and we cannot have that happen. All right, I'm going to open the floor to any questions.